This is Josh and John Sports, and we're excited to talk about the first game of the 2015 NFL season, Thursday Night Football. Steelers at the Patriots. John, what do you think?
Well, I think the Patriots will have a very good season. They got most of their weapons back. Tom Brady's actually even coming back, and I actually believe the quarterback behind him is pretty good. I think he might be actually a repeat of kind of like a Favre-Rodgers relationship. But Brady's got a couple more years to go, and I think that this guy is going to have to wait a little bit more, but that's what I think is probably going to happen, knowing Belichick and his mastermind ability to find replacements for players that seem like they're irreplaceable and not even have that good draft picks, honestly.
And that's one thing, like you were saying on the draft picks, we've talked before about how Belichick has patched up this defense. He's got some guys from, like Hightower from Alabama. He's considered amazing now. But a lot of people talked about how physically he may not be quite as amazing as some of these other guys that entered the NFL. But the guy had an amazing work ethic. He's amazing at Alabama. And Bill Belichick's smart. He knows how to draft players. So I think that they are always going to be in contention. And I like them to win this game against the Steelers. One reason is because I think it could be about 50-50, but the reason I go with the Patriots is because Le'Veon Bell is out on suspension, and I feel that the Patriots can really focus on Antonio Brown, one of the best receivers, arguably the best receiver in the NFL. I think the Patriots can, do whatever they need to try to shut him down. And what do you think, John?
Well, I'll first say that, if the Patriots win or lose, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. They're going to be contenders. They've had some, in the past couple of years, they've had first couple of games. They didn't do so good.
Starts,
yeah, some bumpy starts. So I don't think the Patriots have to worry about this game, really, as far as if you're a Patriot fan, be a fan next week. Don't worry about it. Your team's probably going to be in for a good season. That being said, I do still think the Patriots probably will win against the Steelers. I think one reason is because the defensive coordinator is now gone to Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans. So they're going to have to learn, and this guy,
They got some learning. And they may have a good season too. We don't know for sure, but
I think a lot of the difference is going to be that I think that Roethlisberger is a very good quarterback, but he's taken a lot of hits over a lot of the years, which is part of the reason why he's such a good quarterback. But I think that his decline has been steady over the past few years just because of all the hits he's taken. And so I don't think he is going to be able to match up to Brady's performance.
But, he has had some really good games. Yeah. Like last year he had that over 400 yards passing game. Yeah. I mean, he's had some just absolutely crazy games even in recent years. So I don't think that Ben Roethlisberger would be a reason why the Steelers lose. I just feel like the Patriots are just a stronger overall team, and with Le'Veon Bell out, and like you said with the new defensive coordinator, I think there's just a lot of things with the Steelers that are not 100% right now, and they may get there during the season, but game one, Tom Brady's always ready to play. I mean, they do have some bumps sometimes early on in the season, but I feel like the Patriots are going to pull this one out.
I think that, I guess is where we kind of disagree a little bit. I do think that Big Ben, he does have some of his big moments, but I just don't think it's as consistent as it used to be. He was feared because he always, ran the cornerbacks to what was it? Was it like 7 seconds or something like that? It was a long time. They're not used to it. And, he still does that, but, just some of the hits he's taken, he's gotten injured from it. And, maybe it won't be week one. It could be maybe, mid-season, he declines more, I mean, that's possible, too.
So do you like Big Ben in fantasy terms?
No, I don't. I think that in long term, I think that probably, him taking all the hits over his career probably not a fantasy quarterback that I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend
I
him.
have Tom Brady on my fantasy football team. I'm debating whether I should start him. I have Tannehill and Sam Bradford. I'm actually leaning towards Sam Bradford in week 1, even though he was my very last pick of the draft, just because they run such a fast-paced offense. I think he might do really well week 1, but he is very injury-prone.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, we both call the Patriots. We have a little bit different view on the Steelers, on Big Ben, but ultimately both call them Patriots to win the first game of the NFL season 2015.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you. Ah.